ONAJOBI. I currently am partially, I'm still a student until next week in LSBF. So I'm still like you, but I just work on the other side. I run my own business. So we specialize in digital management, digital media management and business development. So we assist businesses to grow in whatever their needs are, whatever their needs may be, we cater to it, but through creativity. So today, thank you very much. I was wondering that, So we're going to go through the whole cosmos of marketing and advertising, mainly communication. So now, in marketing, when creating an effective marketing and advertising strategy, it's best for us to start from understanding what a strategy is. So if we understand the strategy, that would allow us to paint a clear picture of everything, because the main aim is to create how to create an effective marketing and advertising strategy. So now I'm going to define what a strategy is. Now, strategy itself is derived from a Greek word called strategos, which is the art of a general. For me, personally, strategy is that which works for you. That's what I believe what strategy is. But to further elaborate, strategy is the process of planning and executing calculated, favorable decision within certain point and dimension. Now, if we are to look, in the lens of a general, which is where strategy comes out from, a general himself has to have two main qualities, which are leadership and management. Now, the leadership itself allows the general to be able to direct his army towards a direction into one single vision in order to achieve a goal, be it conquering a land, gaining more land, and in modern day times we have profit war. They fight each other through pricing. I think we should use the supermarket. Tesco and Asda, you see them pricing with the wars going on. Even on telly, you see an advert. You have live well for less. You can buy this for 50p, 10p, and I believe you get these posters or leaflets through your doors with Lidl or the closest supermarket close to you. They send this leaflet with the price that they're offering, and then you see the other ones send theirs also. So there's a price war going on. But in between this price war, there are ways in which you can manage it. So there are ways in which you manage it. But a general in this sense knows how to manage it. So this is where this is what leads us to management. Remember I said the main two skills of a general are leadership and management. So once you can manage your resources effectively, you're good to go. You're able to conquer most aspects or most of your weaknesses, and you're able to utilize your resources, to the maximum mode. Those two processes you effectively have placed in a good strategy. So now I believe we have a brief understanding of what a strategy is, because I just want to be able to paint a full picture of what strategy is, what marketing is, and then we'll come to a final conclusion of what marketing strategy is. So it's going to be a tunnel graduation, from kindergarten to primary school to secondary and to university stage. So that's just a framework. So now the next is marketing. Now, what is marketing? Marketing is the business of selling product and service. Now, you two here, you said to me earlier on you want to have your own fashion line. You want to have your own brand. Exactly. Now, these are the three main questions. Before you do that, you need to ask yourself: what are you selling? Who are you selling? And at what price are you selling your product or service? Now, in marketing, once you are able to know what you are selling, you need to know it in and out. I mean in and out. I mean the front, the back of what you're selling, and the people you are selling it to, so that you are able to confront them, know what their needs are, know what their wants are, so you can cater to that. Once you're able to key into that, you will be able to supply what they need, and your business will not go out. You would stay in profit. Well, depending on the market, but at least you still be in business. So, but marketing itself is the business of selling product and service. Now, everything around your daily life, from the clothes you're wearing was done through marketing. The clothes, the television, the computers, the phone, the chairs, everything was done by an executive somewhere and his team together. They thought about you, the way you see it, what it would do for you, what needs would it provide, for you, the fulfillment itself, the emotional appeal that it would give to you. They thought about all that, and then they sold it through the retailers and whosoever be it. That process itself of getting it out there is marketing. So even to the education you're receiving now, it was structured by someone, by a group of people. It was marketed to you in order for you to develop yourself so as to work effectively in, within society. So everything in itself is an embodiment of marketing in itself. Now we'll merge both together. What is marketing strategy? A marketing strategy is a compilation of your business objective and your business research in action so as to gain competitive advantage. Yeah. Remember I was talking about this, what are you selling, who are you selling to, and at what price you're selling it? Now there is something. If you have a product and there is no one to buy your product, what do you think you should do?
I should change the strategy. Yeah.
Create a demand. Create a demand.
Oh.
You've heard of the term supply and demand? You've not heard of that term? Well, okay, supply and demand.
Create the need.
Yeah, you create the need for it, which is one of the underlining in doing business. You must keep that in the back of your mind. Supply and demand. If there is no demand for it, and you believe, or you've done your research, we're going to go back. You've done your research and you see there is a market for it, you create the need for it. With everything you're wearing, someone created a need for it. If it wasn't there, you put it out there. It's about making noise, essentially, actually. It's about making noise, but efficiently. You have to create a need for it. Once you create a need for it, they will flock to you. Hence why you have a lot of adverts. Everywhere you walk on the street, you see posters, you watch a telly, every 30 minutes is an advert. They try to create a demand for their service or their product. That itself is a subsection of marketing, which is the advertising. But there's still a whole section of marketing. So they create a need for it. So now going back to this, now your business objective, whatever your business objective may be, you want to create the next Gucci, you want to create the next Fendi, next Prada, you want to create that which every young girl and young man is proud to wear. So now you need to get your business objective right. Your market research is key. Now once you know your business objective is to provide luxury goods, now you need to do your market research within that that segment itself. Now look for a spot where you can fit in, a spot that would allow you to grow. You don't want to go into a spot that will crunch you in and just keep you like, you cannot grow. So you need to be able to get that. And in that process, you then create the right product mix. Along the line, I would explain the basic 4 Ps that you can apply to in creating this. But altogether, they all give you a great marketing plan. Exactly. Now, when you create your product itself, you must look at this waterfall, this customer waterfall. Yeah. This itself, awareness number 1 is whatever you're creating, you have to make an awareness for it. Because if you do not create an awareness for it, no one's going to buy your product, no one's going to know about you, no one's going to know about if you even exist. No one. So you need to be able to go out there and create an awareness for it. Now, depending on the method you use, on creating an awareness, there are different ways in which you can use to generate awareness. Further down the line, we're going to talk more about that. Now, secondly, you need to educate the masses and your customers about your product. So, if you have, you have a new shoe you're launching, you need to tell them, the benefit of wearing that shoe itself. Like nowadays, you have those shoes that you wear. They say it's good for your health. it lets air through in. There's all these, you know, facades around the product itself. Yeah, exactly. You need to be able to sell that to them. You need to educate them about it. And then the next is the interest. Now, you need to key into what would make them interested in your product. We were talking before about the aspect of advert or, you know, home care products, about, you know, the advert they do, the interest, like you see Johnson & Johnson, the baby powder. Exactly. Now, if we use that along the Johnson & Johnson, you've seen their adverts. You just have a baby there, you have a mother. Now that itself is targeted at mothers. Itself is informative. It's saying, okay, use the powder on the baby. It's going to have soft skin. Rub it all. It's going to have a nice skin. You're going to glow. You have what is it called now? Well, you have one of those, you know, healthcare products that you use. They tell you about it. You know, that you use it on your body. You know, there's a desire there for them to use it. Like everyone wants to feel beautiful, and even links. You know, you use links. Now there is a charade about a guy used the links and the ladies are loving him. Yeah, because they're loving him. They're going. They're like, oh baby, oh baby.
And it stinks.
Yeah. You know, yeah. But these are the things, you know, that you need to go through. They're like a waterfall that, you know, when creating a marketing or advertising strategy, you need to go through this. You know, go through this before you go to the next stage. So now you make sure you've created an awareness for it. You've educated the masses, the customers about what you're doing. You know what the product is about. Then the interest of it, you can put the health and, you know, everything in it. Then you've got the desire. You've created that desire for it, and then you go to the action. Now the action side. Now this is the interesting bit of it. You know why? Because if you don't sell, you don't sell. If you sell, you sell. Now this is where you get to know, you know, how you're gonna sell the product. You know, if the action itself have got into the masses, if you've seen the whole, you know, the whole system in place. Like now, okay, let's use Apple for an example. Now, when Apple says they're releasing a product by 2 days time or 3 days time, 1,000 people are in front of their action. They are guaranteed that they're selling on that day. Yes, my shareholders are going to be happy.